International Relations Department has warned South Africans to limit non-essential travel to Kuwait, the UAE, Qatar and Bahrain. The United Arab Emirates has been caught in the crossfire as Iran retaliates for strikes by Israel and the United States this morning. Authorities are calling on citizens to have all travel documents ready and to ensure they have enough food, water and basic medical supplies. The department adds that regard should be given to the prevailing security situation. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says the attack is as a result of failed nuclear power negotiations with Iran. He's warning Iran that it will obliterate any of its missiles.
Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again, they can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
All right, for the latest on this story, we are joined now via Zoom by a South African citizen in Abu Dhabi, Tanya Jackson. Tanya, good to have you, and thank you very much for coming on this afternoon. We are seeing a full list of airlines who are cancelling their operations amid this Middle East conflict that is rising. How has this affected South Africans living in the area?
Well, it happened not too quite long ago. It came as a shock because we got an alert on our phones, and soon after we heard some bombing sounds in the background. Quite scary. I mean, we're here with our family as well, so it's a difficult situation to be in.
And how closely are you to the bombing, and do you get a sense that this could be escalating?
We're 15 minutes away from the US military base. So, I mean, the sound of the bomb itself was quite loud. At this point now, we haven't heard anything. There hasn't been any other bombing sounds that we've heard from our side. My husband's been constantly checking X to find out if there's any news, but so far nothing. So we're happy about that.
Except for the U.S. base being attacked, do you know of any other area or other citizens that could have been affected by the bombing of the base?
I don't know anyone in particular. I just know what's been posted online. So same as everyone else, there's no actual group that we're part of that we were getting like any information that tells us what's going on. I mean, there's a friend of mine who's living in our complex as well, and I asked her, did she check our expat community group? And she's not even part of that. So there's a lot of people who don't know what's going on, and we're just going based off of some news reports that's going on X. Yeah.
So, I mean, the message says get your travel documents ready, get enough food, get enough supplies, but stay put. I mean, what has your family been doing since you got that alert?
Yeah, I mean, it was scary. We packed our things, we got our passports and everything ready. But the alerts are saying to stay inside. You know, we have kids, so we don't want to be on the road or to risk anything like that. So we're just staying at home and waiting what to do next, basically. But we haven't had any response from SA Embassy. We're going based off of what the US has told citizens here in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, based off of that.
Are you anticipating a situation where you could want to get your family on the first flight available out, or are you contemplating a situation where you will stay put?
You know, I mean, the airspace is closed at the moment, but I guess the safest option would be for us to take our kids back home for their safety. Once things, I guess, de-escalates, then I would perhaps come back on my own. But for now, we're not sure what to do. We're basically sitting ducks, and we have to see what happens next, and then we'll go from there.
Somebody who's not in Abu Dhabi right now, what's the situation? I mean, is everything on a shutdown? Is everything closed? Is there no movement? What's happening on the streets? Are the normal city operations going on?
Yeah, it was so bizarre because when we were checking outside, it's as if things were going on as normal. Because once the first bomb went off in the US military base, just 15 minutes away, it was only like 20 or 30 minutes later that we received the alert on our phone, and then there proceeded to be a few more bombs after that. But it seemed as if, I mean, people are none the wiser about what's going on, only until that alert was issued, and then things just went quiet and people went into their apartments.
So you're saying the only form of information, I guess, that your husband is relying on right now is social media. Is the news coverage not carrying what's happening currently?
I mean, based off of what we have here, we're just following what we're seeing on X at the moment. And the UAE, they've also issued